What's going on, guys? Winter Kills here, coming back at you with another duel video. Post list. It's currently June 2nd. We're finally in the month of June now. Boy, does time fly. Already halfway through 2017. And yeah, it's been a pretty good year so far. So yeah, we'll take it. But we have a Zoodiac mirror match, pure Zoo, on both sides of the table, both featuring lists that are post June 12th ban list, which is now just 10 days away. We are just like 11 days away from the North American World Championship qualifier tournament in Chicago, Illinois. So that's going to be pretty cool. To see how that plays out. Obviously, we'll have pendulums available, pretty decent strength. See here, turn 1, he's able to use his barrage to pop his ram, derive his broad bull. Interesting thing you can do here is that you could use that whip tail and put it right back underneath that broad bull and get a second broad bull search without even having to technically make broad bull the correct way using 2 level 4 monsters. Something that I wasn't aware of, but I guess it's, you know, in this situation where it comes up, like, oh, I can put a material under it on the field without, you know, breaking the rules of, oh, you only overlaid it once by, you know, putting over top of just one Zoodiac monster. You know, you can get around that by just equipping a whiptail to it if it gets on the field somehow. In that case, it was via Ram. The tanky will get ghost dashed, but it's okay. Gonna use a Tiger Martyr to reattach. I think it was like a whiptail or something. We're gonna go right into Broad Bull, detaching the I think it was the Tiger Martyr to search a Rat Pierre. Since my normal summon was already taken up this turn, I want to have my normal summon set up for next turn, because now it's kind of important to have your normal summon set up. A lot of times, if you're struggling for a Zoodiac card, it can be hard to get a playoff, because it usually starts with just one monster, because it allows you to go into any XCs. I have the Twin Twister for the barrage, which is assuming going to use the pop that Ram, and I'm able to strike the summon of Dryden, and I've got the normal summon for Ram. So here, and I think I ended up discarding Rat Pierre off that Twin Twister, so not too terrible, since I think I drew Ram for turn and I'm able to use Ram and Dryden. Then I go Chakanine to revive, but he's going to Ghost Dash anyways. Or no, not Chakanine to revive, but Chakanine to special summon a rat. That'll get Ghost Ogre. Going to Broad Bull. Broad Bull search will go through, and I'm going to add a Whiptail. Know my body there to stop the Ghost Ogre, but it's a-okay. We're still in a pretty decent position. I have the opportunity here, I think, to go into a second Trident. I don't know if I do, because I don't think it's entirely necessary. And I equip the Ram to the Tiger Mortar and swing in for 2,900 direct. And I've got Soul Charge in hand. I'm keeping that till the very last moment, to where I know I'm actually going to need it. He normal summons the Whiptail. No immediate threat. No need to take immediate action upon it. It goes into Tiger Mortar. Then on the activation of Tiger Mortar's effect, I go for, you know, Drying Effect, what he's got on my body in hand. And he's also got Barrage. Gonna get his Tiger Mortar up to 2,000. Forgot he had that my body in his hand, so he activated there real quick, because I obviously didn't want to forget something like that. Summoning Cataroost. Decent monster play. I actually ended up picking up a second Ram, and I actually ended up picking up a Cataroost myself, just sort of try it out to see how I like it. I kind of do want to try a second Ram, because I think it has a little more utility than Cataroost, but Cataroost is not terrible, although I'd honestly rather just play Ram. This right here is his second, or his third Trident. He is playing 3 Trident. He has to use a proxy there, because the third one he had ordered has not come in the mail just yet, unfortunately. So just to proxy that one. Good thing he pointed to it several times just to remind me during the post commentary here, so I wouldn't forget. Like, what the hell is that white sleeve on the table? What is that? It's a Dryden. But 3 Dryden definitely helps out a lot in the grind game. So he pierces for 800. Tiger Mortar gets banished, and he's got Emerald there on the board. And I draw for turn. I've got Soul Charge still. I'm only able to spend like 8, or not 8k, but 3k. Jeez, 8k. What am I thinking? And just as I thought he would use the Dryden on the summon of the Thoroughblade. So now I'm able to pop off here with Soul Charge. I've got, I think, like 3,000 life points to spare. I think I might be at like 3,800 or something like that. I'm trying to get a Whiptail on board and reviving like you know, an Xyz, so I can equip the Whiptail to it without having to use one for my extra deck. Because currently I'm only playing 2 Broad Bull and 2 Dryden as well. I kind of want to play 3 of each, but I just have to get around to ordering some. I've been ordering stuff for my new Mermail list, so I can play, you know, the Toad variant, you know, with Swap Frogs and stuff like that until Links come out. And I wanted to pick it up as soon as possible because I know Links are coming soon, and I want to be able to play the deck while I can the way I want to. And I'm just waiting on some Toads to get here. Hopefully Toads will go down a little bit more. I'm kind of waiting it out. I don't think I'll order them this week. I might order them next week, and we'll see how things go from there. Going into Leica to revive Whiptail. Whiptail, in my theory right now, will be able to activate during his turn, because I'm going to negate it to the end of the turn, and it can't be used as any material to the end of the turn. So Whiptail will be able to be activated during either player's turn, I'm pretty sure, while he's on field as well. So I'm able to, you know, attempt to equip. I go D-Barrier. It doesn't stop my Whiptail from activating, but it does stop his Dryden from trying to pop mine. So now I'm able to keep a Dryden on the field. And then I believe he activates Zoodiac combo, targeting his Dryden. At this point, pretty much comes down to me just popping his Dryden, so the combo has no target. Cannot use the combo anyways because it has to be in there for already at least a turn before he can use it. And that'll be it for game 1. I'll end up taking the victory. We did not side for this match. We just wanted to do sort of like game 1 scenarios without doing the die roll every time, so we could just play a match out. And Tanky for Rat sending Ram, and I think he just does the standard new, not necessarily new, but basically the go-to combo for new Zoo, which basically revives, you know, Ram like that, using Chakanine, Dryden, going into that, popping the Ram, and Ram revives the other Rat engrave, going into Daigusto Emerald, like so. I'm gonna put back Broad Bull, Hammer Kong, and a Rat, leaving the Ram and Chakanine engrave. Gets him a draw right there. Looks like he picked up a Ghost Ash. So that'll help him out, definitely, to stop anything that I might have for him. Twin Twister will go through, though. I go for the 2-set back row because I'm not worried about the tanky Cosmic Cyclone and Chalice. Pretty good. And then a Dark Hole the board, of course, after I use Twin Twister, because I don't want to Dark Hole first into some set back row and lose 2 of my body, because at that point I'm just kind of going neg. He does have, I think, just 2, well, not maybe just 2, but I think he has 2 hand traps in hand. I think one being Max C and one being Ghost Ogre, or not Ghost Ogre, Ghost Ash, or Ash Blossom, or whatever it's called. So here, I decide to not let him get any more draws, because I have a D-Barrier, so I figure I'm fine with stopping him for a turn, and not letting him get at least another draw off that Maxi. I'm kind of let him break even off of it, if you will. He'll go Thoroughblade, discarding Whiptail to get a draw right there. Picking up lots of advantage. Especially with that, that Barrage. And he'll attack into both of my monsters. And then I was kind of debating whether or not I wanted to, like on the summon of the Ram, flip the D-Barrier, or like on the, you know, the first overlay of an more important Xyz monster. So he goes into Dryden, and I'm kind of seeing what he's got underneath it. And I don't need to use the D-Barrier, surprisingly enough. But the Gamma Seal does do the job over top of it. He has the Ghost Ash for the tanky, which is rough. And then I think at the resolution of one of his cards, I go D-Barrier. He's able to swing in for a lot of damage. 422 and 16. I top deck the Barrage. Barrage targets Tanky. I summon out Whiptail. It's quite the top deck, if I do say so myself. I've got a decent amount of Zoodiac Xyz Engrave. Going to Leica, going to Tiger Mortar. Equip a, I think it was a Thoroughblade to it, going to Broad Bull. Or it might have been another Whiptail. I think I add a third Whiptail. Can't tell if I equipped a Thoroughblade or Whiptail, but I'm pretty sure it's a Whiptail. But now I'm somewhat back in the game. I can't quite use my Zoo combo just yet. Or no, it's a Ram. I think that's underneath it as well. Okay. So he's at 1600 attack with the ability to be able to boost it up to 28 with the Whiptail that I currently have in my hand. I think my only other option at this point would be to overlay into a Trident, which I do. Part of me kind of wants to say that I should have like attacked first before going to a Trident, because if there was like a strike or something, he probably would have, you know, just strike the summon of the Trident, and I would lose out on being able to like attack at all. And I didn't normal summon yet either, so this is the interesting thing. So I kind of decided to keep that Whiptail in my hand in case something went wrong. I definitely don't want to pop the Ram here. You know, the Thoroughblade isn't too much of a threat because I can pop during his turn. But he had the My Body there, so that was kind of tough to read. You know, it could have been a Chalice too, I suppose, but that's able to fuel my Zoo combo, which I guess isn't too bad. But basically I was kind of torn, but like, do I want him to be able to have a beat stick that he can get over, you know, my Trident with pretty easily? Actually, I don't even think it was the fact that he was a beat stick. I think it was the fact that he could turn it to defense and put up a 3000 defense monster that I couldn't deal with, and something you kind of stall behind. But then again, you know, I could have popped with Trident, but he hit My Body. I don't know. I probably, now that I look back at it, I probably should have tried to pop the Thoroughblade, because I think I was going to go and pop the Gamma Seal, because, you know, I could just pop the Thoroughblade during his turn anyways. But the My Body, regardless, kind of seals the deal. Now that I think of it, would it have been a good idea to just not try and pop it, and, you know, kind of think a little more, you know, precisely, like, oh, am I going to play into a My Body, or am I going to play into a Ghost Ash or a Chalice, or what, you know, what have you? Looking back, arguably, it's easy to say, like, oh, you idiot, you know, you should have just waited, but, like, it's kind of hard to tell at certain points, like, you know, what that set card was going to be. It could have been a bluff, like a set Tanky or something, or a Twin Twister. But arguably, I think it would have been best to just leave my Trident the way it was. And if you went to attack into it with the Gamma Seal, I could have equipped the Whiptail. Obviously, the Gamma Seal would die at that point because it would have been like a 2800 or a 2800 Trident. And then if you tried to overlay into something, I would have popped it with the Trident anyways. So, I don't know. It's a tough call. Ghost Ash coming down on the Broad Bull search doesn't hurt too much. Like I said, Ghost Ash doesn't hurt the deck too much. It really only hurts if you're in like a really bad spot, because the one stop of searching or adding or sending, you usually can make other plays around it. If you can't really make more than one play, you're gonna lose. You're probably gonna lose regardless if they had Ash or not. Or if they just like open up equally as bad, you might still win, and then at that point it's a game of chance. It's kind of tough to tell sometimes. But he's gonna have the Barrage. I do not want the Barrage going off. I have other back row that I can use that are a little more viable to deal with other cards, and I kind of hold on to them, using the Trident pop carefully on the Barrage. No response to the Broad Bull search of him adding a Whiptail. We've got a 2800 Trident to his 100 attack Broad Bull, going into Hammer Kong, going into Trident. And then he goes to pop, and I activate the My Body. And that's what I was saving the My Body for. Of course, I couldn't have used it on Barrage, but came up really nice there. My Body proved to be such a great card in this matchup. I think it's a really great card. Not only for now, but like in upcoming formats. think it's a good card. Just as long as Zoo and, you know, stuff like Ghost Ogre is prevalent, I think My Body's a pretty decent card. And as long as board wipes will hurt your field, I think My Body will also be a good contender to stop that. Because board wipes, you saw earlier in this match, a Raigeki or Dark Hole, whatever, to stop his or to clear his field, you know, it hurts to lose the whole field. Because, like, it's kind of hard to recover at certain points for Zoodiac. And if you can prevent a board wipe like that, kind of keep yourself in the game to play a card like My Body, I think it's definitely worth it. Borbo summoning out a Rat Pierre from the deck, and then I go into Chakanine to revive, and then I use Dryant to pop the Ram and revive the other rat, and I go for the Emerald play here. I'm able to get it off, thankfully, and I can kind of put some resources back. I'm trying to gain as much card advantage as I can. Right now, I think I'm in a pretty decent spot. And some interesting stuff will happen here, as you'll see. I've got a Gamma Seal in hand. I'm going to Tiger Mortar, and I'm debating what to equip to my Dryden. I put the Ram to it. And I was like, I could go into Hammer Kong to kind of protect my stuff. But I'm like, nah, there's no point. It's just going to detach from the end phase. So I was like, fuck that idea. What was I even thinking? So I get the Emerald, Dryden, and I have a Tiger Mortar there. Thoroughblade Summon is good. Discarding the Whiptail, and there's Barrage. So I'm like forced to, again, to use the Dryden pop on the Barrage. And he activates Tensu, which grants him another normal summon of Beast Warrior. Was not expecting that spice. No, I was not. And he'll swing into Tiger Mortar, and then he will beat over Dryden for, I think, 100. Accidentally sending my Tanky to the graveyard. I don't know what I was thinking. And then he'll go into Hammer Kong and Chakanine, reviving a Whiptail, so he can, you know, attach it to something during my turn. Dryden will pop the Emerald. Which I think I might be debating still whether or not I want to use the set card that I have, but I think I just let it go. Everything's getting a 200 attack boost. Raigeki saving the day once again. He hits the Tanky right there. I'm not gonna lie, the Tensu was kind of clutch, and I think it's something that I kind of want to try. I think I might try it with like playing like a fire formation like Tiger King or Fire Fist Tiger King. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know. There's some innovation to be had in Zoo now, and I really do like it. Kind of opens up like the whole idea to like think a little bit more about your build instead of just playing. You know, you gotta have this card, and go for this play and this play. There's a lot of different things you can do with the deck now. Solemn Strike showing up there to stop the Broad Bowl, and I'm gonna resolve a pretty good Zoodiac combo, putting back some of the best Xyz. And a Rat. Hoping I can draw into something like Ghost Ogre for the turn. I try to do it at the start of his turn so I can draw into something like a Hand Trap, because a Hand Trap would help at this point. I think I draw into like a Chalice or something, not the greatest. I still need to pick up a third Ghost Ogre. I don't know why the hell I haven't. I might as well just order one right after I make this video. Because everybody that I've seen that has that Ghost Ogre I'm looking for, like, I'm keeping it. And understandable, but probably should get on to ordering one of them bad boys. And the normal summon of that, I go into D-Barrier, keep him out of the extra deck, keep him out of Trident. No good draws for me. Chalice on the Rat Pierre, but he has a Barrage, like, so at this point it doesn't even really matter. Going into Cataroost, and he can search like another monster to normal summon as well with a Tensu. D-Barrier again, actually. D-Barrier again coming in clutch. He'll swing in for 117, 18 total. And I draw into another Gamma Seal over, like, the Gamma Seal that I already have. So, like, the game I know at this point is over. Like, I should have just scooped at this point, but I decided to just kind of fuck around a little bit at the ending. And just to add insult to injury, he has the strike for the summon of my Gamma Seal. Which is funny. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this duel video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, be sure to leave a like. And let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And yeah, Winter Kill signing out. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see ya in the next one.